Hi, and welcome to another episode of Marriott MBA Today. I'm your host, Dan Jimenez, and today in the studio, we're happy to have Nicola Harris, who is a first-year MBA student here at BYU. Nicola just returned from Boulder, Colorado, competing in the venture capital investment competition, and I was lucky enough to be Nicola's teammate in that competition, and today we're going to be talking about that experience and having Nicola tell us about how much fun that was and how BYU performed in the competition. So thanks, Nicola, for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great. So first off, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. So I am from the great state of Texas, Dallas area. I went to Harvard as an undergrad and I studied neurobiology, and I specifically focused on the effects of cocaine on your brain.
Wow.
So I can tell you with a lot of authority that drugs are really bad for you, just in case you were wondering. Then I went to Southern California and I managed the digital marketing team for Standard Pacific Homes, which is a publicly traded production home builder based out of Southern California. And now I'm here at BYU studying finance. Next summer I'm going to Intel to intern there in a corporate finance role.
Very cool. What an interesting background.
Thanks.
Well, cool. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the VCIC and what that is?
Yeah, so VCIC was a lot of fun. You basically get to pretend that you're a venture capitalist. So you go, you hear pitches from 3 different entrepreneurs about their companies and their ideas. Then you go and do your own due diligence, draw up a term sheet, defend that term sheet to some judges, and then negotiate a deal with the entrepreneurs. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really interested in private equity and venture capital, so that was interesting to me. And I also just wanted the experience of negotiating and defending my ideas. I think that's a great way to kind of build confidence and build those skills that I think are really valuable. Yeah,
absolutely. And so what was the process for getting picked to be on the team, and who else was on that team?
We did an internal round in November at Pelion Ventures here in Utah. And that was, the teams were 3 first years paired up with 2 second years. So we got the chance to really learn from the second years and figure out how everything worked. And then from that competition, they chose a team of 5 to move on to the regional round in Boulder. So we had a strong team, as you know, Dan was on it. And then we also had Ben Lambert, Will Clive, and Mark Walker on our team. So it was a great team.
Yeah, and who was your favorite team member?
Obviously you, Dan.
So when you finally got to Boulder and you were presented with the different businesses you were supposed to analyze, who were these businesses? What were they like, and what were your thoughts about them?
Yeah, they were super interesting. We had one called Shinesty, which was an online clothing retailer that specialized in themed party clothes. So the CEO was really a dynamic person. He came dressed in this America suit with like stars and stripes, and really fun guy. The second one was called Notion, and it was a home awareness device that you can put on doors and pipes and different places in your home to monitor different things that are happening in your home. And then the third one was called Simple Energy, which is a way to track energy usage and then incentivize consumers to use less energy. So really interesting companies. We ended up choosing Simple Energy as the company that we would have invested in had we had real venture capital funds. But really great experience to learn from really 3 really cool ideas. So.
Yeah. And what was it about Simple Energy that you think made you and the team want to choose to invest in them?
Yeah, a few things. We liked the market. We felt like they had a lot of room for growth. It was also very favorable because there are a lot of government regulations requiring that energy companies use tools and systems to incentivize people to save energy. So that was a big benefit, and we saw a great management team and also really great traction already. They had already built a really great company, so we felt like they had a lot of momentum going into the future.
Yeah. And then can you talk to us about how the team fared?
Yeah.
How did it end up?
We won second place, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, so second place. So BYU was represented pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we historically have been represented very well in this competition. So Gary, our professor, has done a great job building this program, and I think BYU has a great reputation in the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what was personally your favorite thing about the whole experience?
Well, coming back to business school, my goals were to, first of all, I had studied science as an undergrad, so I really wanted to get some kind of business fundamentals. I also wanted to gain confidence. I felt like that was important to me. Looking forward, I want to be a business leader, and I felt like I wanted to gain that confidence in business school. And then the last thing was to really develop relationships with my classmates, because I felt like that's an important element of being here. And I feel like this competition, and specifically, but also case competitions in general, are a really great way to achieve all those goals. So I not only have I studied a term sheet, I've put one together, and I know what that's like. And in terms of confidence, I had to defend that term sheet to a panel of judges and negotiate with an entrepreneur. So I think that's a really valuable experience. And then, of course, there's no better way to get to know people than being working on a project and being in kind of a stressful situation. I think you get to really get to know people and understand them, and build a great relationship. So I think that's what I really gained from this.
Yeah, I would agree. I think just working together as a team, getting to know everyone, it was a great experience, and something I really enjoyed as well.
Yeah.
So would you have any advice for other MBAs that may be thinking about competing in a case competition?
Yeah, I think, well, at this point I've participated in a few case competitions this year, and at first I was kind of nervous about it and kind of anxious. I felt like it's going to be a lot of work. Is it going to be worth it? And I would just really encourage people to roll up their sleeves and jump in and try it. Obviously you don't want to like wear yourself out, but pick a few over the course of the year that you want to be involved in, and just jump in with both feet and get your hands dirty. I think it's the best way to get really hands-on experience, get out of kind of the theories that we get in the classroom, and really get some some valuable practical experience.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about VCIC, and congratulations again to you and the rest of the team for the great performance. So thank you for tuning in, and next time we'll see you on Marriott MBA Today.